Hello and welcome to the Wrestling Corner episode number 53, Beach Break. We'll come to a beach break a bit later on and the sunny escapades in the freezing cold Jacksonville and the lovely wedding. But as always, I'm joined by Simon. How are you today, pal?
Well, yeah, I'm doing alright. Off the back of Raw, which was meh. No, but there's not been much in wrestling. I've enjoyed the lesser week.
Yeah,
Maybe for two big shows.
But we did, at least we know sort of the main event for Elimination Chamber, or the big match, which is going to be that men's Elimination Chamber with Drew McIntyre. We'll come on to that when we do Raw. But we'll go straight into the deep end with AEW. It was their big beach break show. Like just a great card overall. You had the big tag team battle royale. It was an episode of Dynamite, but just put into sort of a pay-per-view style in terms of matches and styles. But yeah, do you want to start going through it? Sam?
It didn't. Yeah, my browser just isn't loaded, and I don't know why.
Well, I can start off while yours loads up if you want.
Yeah.
Go on, Garen, what you saying though in terms of what?
I was just gonna say This didn't feel like a special Dynamite.
No.
I thought. I didn't think this needed the beach break thing. I thought there's been better Dynamites.
Yeah.
I don't know. It fell flat somehow. It didn't fall flat, it just wasn't.
Maybe because there wasn't a special, I think, before, I don't know, they were paying for joining with Nakazawa versus the gaming guy. That was on a summer themed pay-per-view, right? Yeah. Was that on a summer themed pay-per-view? I think if they had just a little throwaway match where it was like a pool match or something, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Also,
Nakazawa versus Alex Duvail.
What a match. Also, it was just sort of a weird time to have a beach-themed pay-per-view. Considering we're in winter still. But
yeah, I thought they were going to do it elsewhere maybe, but...
Right, have we waffled long enough that your edge was loaded up?
No, not at all. I'm just going to load it up.
Okay. Well, we'll start off. We start the show with the tag team battle royale. So it works very typically how the AEW ones work. So it's not when one person gets eliminated, the other team. It's basically when. So let's say Anthony Bowens gets eliminated. If Max Caster is still in the match and he wins it, the Acclaimed win. Which I really like that style because it makes it an individual match, but where tag teams really do come into effect, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the
yeah, I enjoyed it. It was just fun, wasn't it? And they've got so many tag teams.
Yeah. Well, so the matches, the participants were the Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Webb, the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster, Top Flight, Dante Martin and Darius Martin, Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, Dark Orders, Stu Grayson and Evil Uno, Inner Circle, Santana and Ortiz, Dark Orders, John Silver and Alex Reynolds, who replaced FTR, who was suspended for competition for 1 week. Inner Circle's Jake Hager and Sammy Guevara, Inner Circle's MJF and Chris Jericho. Is it called Maxwell and Christopher, their tag team or something? A prick name.
I thought they were at first, but no, they are just Chris Jericho and MJF. There is no fan.
And then the champions, Young Bucks. So if the Young Bucks win, because it was about a number one contenders match, if the Young Bucks win, they got to choose their opponent. And it was just a really, really good match.
It was.
I'm trying to see who was the first eliminated. Alex Reynolds, but the Dark Order eliminated Hager, which was that set the sail for sort of the finish with Guevara being the last man standing in his tag team, and same with Jericho in a way. But the finish came where Sammy and Jericho double teamed Darius Martin. He countered with a vicious DDT. Jericho inadvertently eliminated Sammy, but then Darius Martin, I think, is on the side. Jericho hits him with the Judas effect and picks up the win. Interesting.
I really wanted the Acclaimed to win. Well, that's just
the Acclaimed are good out there.
They've done the thing of two top singles guys beat all the tag teams.
Who? Jericho and
I know.
Yeah.
MJF.
Yeah.
I know story-wise it makes sense, but
yeah, story-wise there are a tag team, but when you have,
and I always have a go at NXT for doing that as well.
I think when you look at the match in general, they're the only one who are not a consistent tag team. It doesn't make sense. That's why I think AEW style works a bit better in terms of it is a singles match in a way. So it doesn't have to really be massive tag team work. But yeah, 100%. I think I don't know where they're going to go with it. I don't know whether Sammy's going to cost them. Do you know the opportunity? Oh, Good Brothers are. Because Sammy didn't join in with the celebrations after.
I was trying to think, but I don't know whether that would be like a consistent character thing for Sammy Guevara to do. But I'm not sure that's the way you turn him into.
In fairness, he's been teasing babyface for the past couple of weeks now.
Oh yeah, he's turning, but I don't think that's the way you do it.
Okay. Wait and see. Wait and see with Sammy Guevara. Has it loaded up for you?
I've still got it on my phone. It's all right though. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, there we go. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah. Darby and Sting do the same segment that they've done for the past 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Move on, guys.
For some reason, Darby's defending the TNT belt against Joey Janela.
Oh, that's fine. He's better than what he's been doing.
Well, yeah. I think the problem is people have been calling it because AEW've got the win-loss record, and like Joey Janela is nowhere near. But maybe because it's for the TNT belt.
The TNT it don't matter because they've had like Eddie Kingston and Ricky Starks challenge for it on debut. They've never won a match. So
very true.
Yeah, it's all right. As soon as Team Taz came up on the Tron, oh my days.
Yeah, it's just a rehashing of the
really
segment.
Anything new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting very repetitive now.
Come on. I mean, everyone knows I am Team Taz's biggest fan, but they do look like dorks, just
coming out this every week.
Having to go at the old fella from back in the parking lot.
Yeah.
The car park.
Yeah.
And instead of actually having a go, yeah, I think they'll change it up. This has got to be the final week.
100%. But for once, the women's match wasn't in the an hour and a half mark. I think you were in the first hour.
And would you believe it? How much more important did it feel?
Well, and what a match it was.
It was, yeah.
Like, we know both of these are incredible.
Yeah, Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa. Britt Baker got the win via referee decision. I can't remember too much of the match because my stream was terrible.
Yeah.
It was
the rest of the match. Declan Baker was the Victoria. Because Baker sent Thunder Rosa first into the turnbuckle and applied the lockjaw.
It wasn't so much what happened in the match, it was more just the fact it was as good as it was.
But most importantly, they announced the competitors for the AEW Women's Competitor Eliminator Tournament.
Yeah.
And
they did. So you've got your Japanese half and your American half.
I've fallen in love with Makito. I've seen stuff on. So I've seen stuff online already of her. That's why when with everything I replied to him just saying Makito because I thought fucking hell, she's so entertaining. I then went through her Twitter. She is an English person stuck in a Japanese body.
I've been through her Twitter. It doesn't do it for me.
It was just some stuff like hello mother effers.
The
competitors. So there were two sides. I don't know whether it's like AEW side and Japanese side, but like Riho's on the other side. But it's legit Layla Hirsch, Riho, Nyla Rose, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Thunder Rosa, Anna J, Ty Conte, Serena Deeb. And then the other side is Makito, Yuka Sakazaki, she's best team in the world, Mei Segura, Bennett, Emi Sakura, Ryo Mizunamane, Aja Khan, and Rin Kadokura.
So they've waited. I like that they've waited all this time to get Riho back to the US because she can't wrestle from Japan. They bring her back to the US, and now they're doing the Japan bracket.
Yeah,
and she's not in it. You know what I mean?
Poor Riho. But like Yuka Sakazaki, I just hope they play her theme. It might be the best theme in the wrestling.
I can't remember.
It's the one that sounds like Kirby's been repeatedly hit. Go
on. Was Emi Sakura included?
Yeah.
Is Emi Sakura there? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I just didn't. I just never remembered hearing the name.
Yeah, she's there. She's the 5th one on the list. But yeah, so they announced the women's bracket, which is very nice. Look forward to that tournament.
Hangman Page and Matt Hardy against Chaos Project. Oh, it's that madman Dr. Luther again. Yeah, so Matt Hardy allowed Hangman Page to get dressed in his locker room, and then he basically tried to manipulate him into becoming one of his clients.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Hardy, Hangman Page got the win. Matt Hardy, sort of tagged himself in at the last minute, got the pinfall.
Yeah,
it's just Matt Hardy trying to exploit someone at the low point.
Yeah, it'd be interesting where this goes stuff. So we had it with Page and the Dark Order in terms of Dark Order trying to recruit. Now it's Hardy. I do think it elevates Adam Page's stock in terms of look at all these people wanting them part of their group or under their management. That elevates him. I don't know where they're going to go, what's going to happen with him. Like, will he choose one or not?
After that, it was a wedding, wasn't it?
Yeah. Come on. Would you not like it?
Do you like it?
Yeah, so Father James Mitchell did the ceremony.
The Sinister Minister.
Yeah. Vicky Guerrero walked Kip to the ring. Jerry Lynn walked Penelope down the ramp to a groom to be. They did vows and everything. Chuck Taylor hands the rings to Miro. Miro passes them to Kip and Penelope. James Mitchell does the typical thing. Is there anyone who objects to the wedding? They should speak up now. Miro stops him because we obviously know Miro has got a bad track record with weddings. Miro stopped him. They're officially married. Miro told Chuck Taylor to get the champagne. Best mate starts to do a toast and stuff. Miro's got so paranoid about weddings, he just spears a cardboard box, nothing's in there. When he's on the thing, he stands back up, he goes to stop something from happening. He's handcuffed. Kip Sabian just has enough, starts attacking Chuck Taylor. He gets up finally, he sees a cake moving, it's Orange Cassidy. Chuck Taylor attacks him from behind. Yeah. It's typical wedding stuff. Sam? Hello, Sam. He's gone again. Well, I can see there's a talking meter for Simon, but I can't actually hear him, so that is weird. That is very weird. Why can't I hear Sam?
I'm here.
There we go, now I can hear you.
I just had no on.
That's weird. But it was just typical wedding stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's what's bad about it. It was their first. If you'd have taken all the names out and simply read what had happened, I would have said that is so Monday Night Raw in like 2016.
Oh yeah, but you never have a serious wedding. You never have a serious wedding angle, though, do you?
No, but do you not think this was their chance to put like a different spin on it and just deviate from, just do something slightly different?
Yeah, I suppose. But it's risky. Impact can do it, can't they? Impact can do something a bit different. Can AEW really?
Is this really what we were building though for 4 months?
But it wasn't like it was the biggest build in the world. It's like, you know, when people announced the wedding before. I think it was very similar to that. And it's just it was a nice little moment.
No, I thought it was just underwhelming. Like, it's the entire thing. It's the whole reason Miro's here in AEW was leading up to this moment.
But they had to have a way for him to get in the company, and it was a bit different rather than just saying, "Oh, look, it's Miro." It's like, "Oh, he's coming as Kip Sabian's best man."
Yeah, I know, but then I'd want it to pay off a bit more than it did.
I think it will. I think it will end up with Kip getting annoyed because Miro allowed this. Miro saying, "But I've got bad track luck with weddings and stuff." Kip getting annoyed, lead to a blow-off match, Kip versus Miro. Miro wins, Miro goes on a run.
Don't you think it went too long as well?
Yeah, but people complaining that Miro was going to be put into too much of a position so high. So having him this...
Well, no, I mean, just this segment went, like, way too long.
Yeah, but like you said, they promoted it for a while, they have to make it go on for long.
I guess, but
I think this is one of them ones where
there didn't seem to be much substance.
This is one of them ones where everyone will always have a contrasting opinion.
Yeah, I don't mind wrestling wedding stuff, but if you're gonna do it at this point, you've just got to mix it up. Like, Nah. And then was it main evented by? No, it wasn't main evented. It was lumberjack match. Lance Archer and Eddie Kingston because TNT won and missed the entire the match last time, which didn't happen on the Fight TV feed. So weird. I didn't really need this. Yeah, it was just Lance Archer wins.
Yeah.
Not much.
Bear Country get involved.
Oh yes, Bear Country.
Who were quite yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
They're a bit like the Viking Raiders, not in terms of thing, but in terms of style. Like, I like them though.
Yeah, isn't one of them called Boulder and the other's called Bear Bronson?
Mm-hmm. It's names that fit the gimmick. Boulder, because he's just a bit round.
It just looked like Otis.
Yeah.
They're very dense,
but better.
No one's better than Otis. Oh yeah.
I was that. He's awful.
Man, do you really think he's genuinely awful?
No, he's not awful, but I just can't believe he won Money in the Bank.
I love Otis. He's worse than what they're doing with Miz at the moment.
I can agree with that.
John, main event: Moxley, Phoenix, and Pac versus Good Brothers and Omega. So we didn't have Battle Cry. We didn't have Bags. They've got their own music, and it sounds like it's Bullet Club theme, but not Bullet Club theme.
Bullet Club.
Have you heard it?
No, I could put it on my. So last week I learned a lesson, but I could put it on my headphones.
Yeah, it's NWO Bullet Club theme.
AEW theme.
It might not even be up here. It was the first time they've used it. I don't know what I think of it.
Yeah, I'm learning it. Well, if you want to talk about the match,
the match was just rapid, wasn't it? It was fast paced, never a moment to breathe. And if there's anything I learned from this match, it's that Rey Fenix is probably the most aesthetically pleasing wrestler in the world.
He's incredible, isn't he?
He's so good. There's no other way to say it. Good Brothers won with a magic killer on Phoenix, which disappointed me a little bit, but I don't know who else I expected to get the pin. Afterwards, Lance actually hits the ring, lays out the Good Brothers, then in a shocking conclusion, Kenta appears and lays out Jon Moxley with the go to sleep to close the show.
Tony Khan's a dirty little tease, isn't he? He's such a little tease. We probably won't have a relationship with New Japan. Moxley won't be appearing on New Japan. Moxley starts to appear on New Japan. Kenta's in AEW.
Yeah, I can't really talk about this because I watched this a day late, and I knew Kenta was going to be showing up right at the end, so it had zero impact.
Yeah.
And I'm not watching New Japan apart from Wrestle Kingdom and the latest Strong episodes, so it doesn't resonate that much with me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I know it's good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, next week you've got Kenta and Kenny versus, I think, is it Pac and Phoenix? No, sorry. Yeah, it's Kenta and Kenny versus someone. I can't remember who they announced.
Yeah, because they set it up in a segment after the show.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're teasing together. Don Callis was not very surprised at Kenta's inclusion. Just saying. And Tama Tonga and a lot of the Bullet Club Tama Tonga's not gone back on his word, but when he was tweeting a lot about Bullet Club and he didn't mention Adam Cole and stuff like that, and Finn Balor, but he didn't mention any of the WWE former Bullet Club guys. But he did start talking about the current ones. I'm just saying, and I did listen to the theme. It's like Bullet Club. I saw some of the comments you just said. It's like Bullet Club's second theme remixed.
There's shades of it in there, but it is.
Yeah. Great. Callis was perfect for this. It was I think it's very obvious that Callis has brought Kenta in, and it was just the way Callis was going. Oh my God, Kenta! I don't believe it. Like, just selling it like an absolute, like the heel thing when a heel does something and the manager goes, "What? I never saw this coming." I've really enjoyed Callis as of late.
Yeah.
As of late.
Yeah, Don Callis is good. AEW is just good in general. It wasn't a blow-away show this week, but
no, it had. I think the main event helped it.
main event were really good, and it had that impactful finish. And quite often, I do say that show is only as good as its main event. So
Exactly.
And on that day, it was a good show.
Exactly, great. Good show from AEW. We'll move over to the Yellow and Black brand. Where are you? There you are. Show opened up with Dakota Kai versus Raquel Gonzalez defeating Kiss Kansas and Kenan Carter in the Dusty Cup semi-final match. So they're the first team that's in the final. It's sort of what you expect with these two.
Enough about the wrestling, though. What do you meant to Katie Catanzaro's antics?
Just stupid. Ain't she? She's stupid. It's stupid.
Not great. Well, isn't she with Ricochet?
Yeah, with Trevor.
Have you seen the Ricochet news?
What, that he's on main event again?
No, that he's supposedly been bringing around with more convicted offenders.
What? He's hanging around with them? Did you say? Oh, he is one of them. He's gone quiet again. He can't leave me on that. He can't leave me on that low note. He can't do it. He said Ricochet's been hanging out with. No, you can't do that. Obviously, this was the episode where Edge was appearing. So we'll talk about that. Austin Theory defeated Leon Ruff. We'll just wait and see when Simon comes back. Oh, luckily he's not in the call, so luckily it's not anything too bad. What's it called? Austin Theory did defeat Leon Ruff. This really set up the end. Loomis attacked Theory. Ruff tangled with Johnny Gargano, which led to Gargano being fine. Theory put away Ruff with the ATL. Theory then followed the way to a post-match beatdown of Ruff, but Dexter Loomis came and made the save. Maybe Loomis getting involved in that big takeover match between Gargano and Kushida for the North American belt. Maybe Kushida wins his first belt. Maybe someone cost him. Then in the Dusty Classic, Legado del Fantasma will go to take on MSK in the semi-finals. This match, a really great build on NXT. We're just going to keep on saying Simon is back, which is nice to see. Can we hear him? He's not talking. We may hear Simon. He's gone again. He's laughing. Oh, he's back again. Oh, there we go.
I do love it when my Discord just randomly crashes.
But also, you left us on the worst note. You went, Ricochet's been hanging out with.
Oh, did it not come through?
No. So I thought
right.
It was either Ricochet's been hanging out with dirty diddlers, or he is one.
No. Supposedly the first one. So apparently he's been hanging out with convicted sex offender chasing rabbits.
Yes, I've heard of him. I think he's a former trainer.
Yeah, I mean he was training with him a while ago as well, because I know Moose was there too.
Oh, Moose.
So, yeah. Ricochet, Moose, and Casey Catanzaro all sort of hang out with him on there. Yeah.
Ricochet.
I like Ricochet as well.
I
But
know.
it's not been a good week.
No, it's not been a good week for Ricochet. But yeah, Legado del Fantasma knock off Grand Metalik and Lindsay. I think you could see the win coming, but both these, I just feel sorry for Metalik and Lindsay. Having a great showing on NXT, but then they have to go to be on Raw. But they are the semi-finals, which will take place this week against MSK. Edge is in the NXT arena. And basically puts Finn Balor and Pete Dunne on notice. Obviously, it's going to be Balor versus Dunne at TakeOver. So Edge is going to do this until probably TakeOver's done and stuff like that. And before Elimination, just letting people know that I am here and I can have an opportunity at you.
Yeah, I quite liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have Edge in NXT to begin with, but like if you're gonna bring him in, this is the good reason to do it.
He'll bring in numbers. He will bring in numbers. Which is, I think, what you want to hear.
It does make sense to have him there, but it did feel like a last minute ratings play.
Yeah.
I hate that NXT does only acts on what AEW book, because they're good enough. But to just what they want to do.
True, but I think, unfortunately, it's a numbers game. TV shows will try to produce the best shows to outdo other things. Like, Sky Sports will try to do better coverage than BT on football because they want to get the better numbers, they want to get the viewers in. And if that means bringing Edge in, it means bringing Edge in and doing it.
That's better coverage, but they might be on a different day. Their only reason to move to TV is to take people away from AEW. I really hope they get moved by like baseball or something. I hope they end up on Thursday night.
I think I would like either of these shows to move because I think they won't be as much, not competition, but they could really do whatever they want. I think at times both shows have found themselves where they've had to do something a lot different because of trying to compete with NXT. So I can't remember when it was when NXT did like a really big special. They beat AEW out of the water, but vice versa. It'd be nice if they were on Thursday. One was on Wednesday, one was on Thursday. I mean, fucking hell, wrestling would be so busy, but
it'd be better.
Yeah,
because there won't be any more of it. It'd just be more spread out.
Yeah, exactly. I think I prefer that. Tony Storm defeated Jessica Carmella by disqualification because Mercedes Martinez and Io got involved. Obviously, that will be happening at Takeover with Io versus Tony versus Mercedes Martinez. So that's just setting up with that.
They're a bit naff on it.
Yeah, a bit naff. Nothing much you can ask for. Santos Escobar defeated Kurt Stallion in a really nice little match. But yeah, so it was really interesting. So he does pick up the win. Santos Escobar, Scarlett was watching on. Stallion had a really good showing in this. Cruiserweight hits Slam for the win. But Karrion Kross comes out and attacks Wilder and Mendoza and let Escobar know time is running out. TikTok. Very interesting. It's a strange view because obviously Karrion Kross isn't a cruiserweight guy. But
no, he isn't.
What a way to put 205 people might tune in for Karrion Kross. Also, it's good storytelling. It harks back to 2 weeks ago when Santos Escobar basically called out the entire champions and former champions, and Karrion Kross has took exception to it. I quite like it.
I like it, but then you actually think about how it's going to play out, and I fear.
Mm.
On the face of it, it's good, but in practice, I am scared.
100%. I don't think it's going to have the best showing, but I like the storytelling. And then your main event was Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher defeating the Era. What did you think about this? Because they do this a lot.
I'm not into Thatcher and Ciampa as a team, and they aren't the Undisputed Era. I mean, the Undisputed Era shouldn't even still be in NXT.
I know, they do this a lot, though, where they have non-tag teams go through in the duster.
It's good and it's bad because... Yeah, it's good because they're putting over the newer team over, like, the established one. Yeah. Which is what it's all about, because NXT is all about progression and, like, doing new things and stuff, but I'm not feeling Ciampa and Thatcher. It doesn't matter what Ciampa does now. I'm over.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be.
No.
And I don't like saying that.
No, I know what you mean.
Whatever he's in, I'm just out.
But the biggest takeaway, I think, from the thing was we learned the origin story of Tian Sha, which is obviously sort of what's she called? What they're called?
Xylee and Boa.
Thank you, Xylee and Boa's sort of leader. Very interesting. The artwork looks very similar to early Asuka. It's not going to be Asuka, but the artwork looks really similar to that. Very much looking forward to this.
I don't know. That's quite different countries. Come on.
No. In terms of, do you remember when Asuka was debuting and the artwork they used for her was very.
This is
No. This isn't thing yet. I'm on about in terms of the artwork and the style of how they debuted her is very similar how they debut in this.
I honestly can't remember anything about Asuka's debut. You might well be right. I thought you were just going down the road,
no.
WWE road of like,
oh, look, they're from similar places. They must be the same.
Not that I don't expect that, but it was just the way it was worded.
No, the presentation of it is very similar.
I mean, I think the presentation's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Looks great. But that was NXT again. NXT just churns on. I think this week is the bigger episode of NXT, obviously. It's the go-home show before the takeover. I think that'll be a lot better than this one. We'll wait and see what happens with that. But
NXT don't really do go-home shows. Well, then again, WWE don't. But...
Yeah. But it's technically their go-home show. But
yeah.
Do you want to talk about Impact and that pesky 205 Live?
Oh, I would love to. And you can't lie, I was off the ball then. I wasn't actually thinking. Um, so yeah, Impact this week or last week, it was it was all right. It was one of the greatest episode it's ever had. If I am just loading up all my tabs, basically in NXT UK this week, right? Trent Seven supposedly going for the cruiserweight championship.
Oh, Jordan Devlin.
Yeah, but he needs to. But he weighs like 240.
Yeah.
And I think they're telling the story that basically he needs to like drop weight,
Okay, that'd be cool.
which is it's kind of interesting. Uh, I'm trying to get Impact. Where is Impact? There's Impact. Right. So I won't do like the segments and stuff. So we've got Jessica Havoc beat Tasha Steelz. Josh Alexander beat Madman Fulton. So I think Josh Alexander's getting like a bit of like a proper push now as a singles guy.
Yeah.
But it does feel like he's just kind of just floating around with not much direction. Like he's winning matches, but I don't know. Do they have a mid card title in Impact? My mind's just totally gone blank.
Not off the top of my head.
No,
Rohit Raju's the cruiserweight, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's got the X Division, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that. Then you had the latest between Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. So you remember last time I was said Brian Myers was wearing the eye patch because he got bit by Eddie Edwards.
Yeah.
So this week, yeah, Brian Myers cuts promo, says he wants to get Eddie Edwards in the ring at No Surrender. But then Eddie Edwards attacked him out of nowhere and pummels the most professional wrestler. Hernandez makes the save, and then it's announced that there'll be a tag match at No Surrender. So it's Hernandez and Brian Myers versus Matt Cardona and Eddie Edwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a strange.
Fresh out of jail, Larry D taking on Crazy Steve. So this looks like a random match, but it's not, because Larry D's jailed because he killed Johnny Bravo because he was going to marry Rosemary. And now Crazy Steve is in like a mixed tag team with Rosemary because of the Decay. So it's his first match out from jail.
I love Impact. I genuinely do. You know, in any other wrestling thing, you never go, yeah, he was in jail because he shot another wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Larry D got the big win. There was nothing to report. Jordan Grace versus Susan.
Yeah.
I'm a bit. The women's title scene feels like a bit of a mess because you've got Deanna Purrazzo, you've got Jordan Grace, you've got Jazz, you've got Kimberly, and you've got Susan. There's so many people all in the same story. Jordan Grace got the win. Yeah, it was all right. And then Susan Purrazzo and Kimberly were beating them down after. And who made the save? ODB.
Yeah, returning.
So she's back.
Legend of Impact.
Then we cut backstage, and the losers' locker room are playing poker. Swingman owes Falabar some money. No, he owes Johnny Bravo some money playing poker, and he's just like doing reps with the stacks of money, and just laughing. And Alicia Edwards tells it, I'm doing this all off memory, I ain't got this in front of me. Alicia Edwards tells Swinger to pay up, and Swinger goes, why would I pay that ham and egger? He picked Falabar to be the best man at the wedding. So he just, and then that's the end of that.
Impact are great, aren't they?
Yeah, it was just a go so Swinger could call someone a ham and egger and do reps with stacks of
I want to know what a ham and egger is now.
Oh, it's like it's an old like carny term for like a jobber.
Okay.
Every week he just goes around calling people ham and eggers.
Genuinely, I think Impact is one of the best companies right now, and not in terms of pure wrestling, just in terms of storylines.
Yeah, well, they can do the pure wrestling and the storylines. They cover all grounds. Rohit Raju defeated TJP because obviously Rohit Raju is in a feud with Manik and Manik is TJP.
Yeah,
whatever. But again, there was a big return here as well. So, Yeah, I think TJP was on top, but then who comes down the ramp? Mahabali Shearer.
No, he didn't ring any bells.
Do you not know Mahabali Shearer?
No.
Oh, right. So basically, he was like a Impact like first Indian wrestler,
Oh,
and
wow.
he signed with NXT like 3 years ago, and then got released after a couple of months, and now he's back with Impact.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice.
He's put on a lot of beef since he was last here.
Like Jinder.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, Mahabali Shearer back in. I guess the Impact fold. So
Yeah,
that's good.
nice.
I always quite liked him. I was looking forward to seeing him in NXT, but never happened.
It never happened. Like a lot of things, NXT signings of that time.
Well, I don't know. A lot of them are still there and haven't they?
Yeah, so I was
Where's
like,
Tino? Where's Sabatelli?
it was like in 2016. It was like that was peak Smackdown, but it was when NXT were just signing so many people. Like it'd be every week here. Oh, we've signed these bunch of people. It's like, Jesus.
Well, I mean, they were doing it last year, just hoovering up talent, so AEW can't. And then the main event was Rich Swann and Tommy Dreamer versus Moose and Chris Bay. And Moose and Chris Bay got the win, and then Moose basically just like got the Impact World Title and held it up and was like, "Rich Swann, I'm coming for this." I think he's going to interfere in the title match on Saturday.
Okay.
It's Rich Swann and Tommy Dreamer, and that is not a pay-per-view main event, you know. Moose is going to get involved because he's not got a match.
Yeah, he's got shenanigans, but imagine if it done. Imagine if Tommy Dreamer and Rich Swann go 40 minutes.
Imagine if Tommy Dreamer wins and then we're going to have Kenny Omega versus Tommy Dreamer.
I'm all for it. No, I'm not. I'm not all for it. Impact sounded
I'm
fun.
just going to quickly run down the card for No Surrender. There's only 5 matches.
When's that? Is this weekend?
Yeah, there's one match which is really different. I'll come on to World Tag Titles. You've got Good Brothers. It's the Good Brothers or Chris Sabin and James Storm. So I'm guessing they're going to have like a title match this week.
Yeah.
And the winner will face Private Party.
Mm-hmm. So it's your AEW crossover match.
Yeah. You've got Rich Swann against Tommy Dreamer.
So I kind of like if that was James Storm. Because you can have Private Party Good Brothers on an episode of AEW where you probably won't get Private Party. Well, you would because you'd have it on Impact, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be alright. Like Chris Sabin and James Storm, they're cool. You got TJP and Rohit Raju with Mahabali Shearer. You've got the tag match that I was on about earlier with Cardona and Myers. And then, so you've got a triple threat Revolver match.
I saw
to determine the number 1 contender for the X Division title.
Explain the rules, but
it's just a triple threat gauntlet. So I think when someone gets pinned, someone else just comes in, and it's just like a never-ending match.
Okay, what do you think about that?
I quite like it. It's different.
It's very different.
See, in it, you've got Ace Austin, you've got Blake Christian, Chris Bay, Sean Davari, Josh Alexander, Trey Miguel, Willie Mack, and of course, Suicide.
Yeah. Who wins
I've got to say Trey Miguel on that.
Yeah, let's say, is it Trey after sort of re-signing with them? Is it the whole Suicide angle? Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I'd go with that. Trey. Just quickly with the other stuff. So, MLW was good this week because, the parks were on, and the parks are always fun.
Mm-hmm.
So TJP's on MLW, and he's in a tag team with this guy called Buku Dao. Have you heard of?
Wait, what?
Buku Dao. So he's
I thought
like
you said
the first...
Buku Dan. I'm like, it's a bold tag team. It's a bold wrestler's name.
Buku Dao, who's like the first Vietnamese wrestler.
Okay.
He's actually quality. He's actually really good. And in the main event, we had a backline brawl between Alexander Hammerstone and Mads Kruger.
Okay. Wait,
was a no contest.
No, Mads Kruger isn't who I thought it was.
No, it was just meaty men backstage, just battering each other. Maybe you want to watch it. I don't know.
I'd the same.
But next week we've got.
Sounds like a Lars video.
I am unbelievably buzzing for.
That's who it was.
Who?
Lars.
Mads Kruger.
No, the Freak Show. He's been let go.
Yeah, he has.
Was that last week?
Well, it's been news for a few days.
I'm trying to think because no, do you know at the start of the show I was like, someone got released, someone died, but I was thinking someone also got released.
Yeah.
Steve Cutler got released. Thank you, Steve. You don't deserve it. Apparently he was like another wrestler who was just loved backstage in terms of, not backstage, but in terms of he tried so hard to get to the main roster.
Yeah.
That
The big MLW match next week is Laredo Kid versus Leo Rush.
Oh, lovely.
Laredo Kid after champion in AAA. He was the one who faced Kenny Omega at Triple Mania.
Yeah, I've heard of Laredo Kid.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
On 205 this week, Davari and Nxt defeated. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
Bolly Rise.
Oh, for God's sake! I saw Everrise tweet out something. I saw what combination was it?
It was Matt Martell and Sunil Singh.
Jesus. Who would Chase Parker and Samir?
I mean, that'll probably be this week. And then we had August Gray defeated Jake Atlas, and then Davari and Nxt just battered August Gray afterwards. 205 is just
great.
It deserves. Yeah, I mean, it's good.
It is fun.
And then in the main event of NXT UK this week, Jordan Devlin beat Dave Mastiff in a non-title match.
Yeah.
And on 205...
Who cares? It's Jordan Devlin. It's a bit of... Go on, what happened on 205? Main event.
Well, Dana Brooke defeated Peyton Royce.
Well done, Dana. No, that's Peyton, actually.
That's bad for Peyton, though. I thought she had higher standing.
So did
I. And Ricochet defeated Humberto.
Yeah, about to say, I know someone tweeted at Ricochet saying you got no Raw and went, I was on main event this week.
God. I'm just quickly as well. Let's see if I can get if anything happened on New Japan Jobs. I can't remember.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but we looking like we're obviously getting Kenta and Moxley, which is going to be a fucking great match.
Yeah. So that was that. That was the week outside of the big promotions.
Yeah. You know what? Fair Play Impact, no surrender this Saturday.
Yep.
It'll be a very, very fun pay-per-view to look forward to. But we will go on to Friday night Smackdown. Opened up with Roman Reigns calling out Edge. Just a little nice promo. Roman's probably one of the best promos right now.
When he got angry, I actually jumped.
Well, that's the thing. He's maintained so calm in these, in all of his promos. And when he does switch it up, it does feel like it feels. I'm not trying to say huge, but it feels like, oh wow, he really can shift his momentum and character. Roman is probably the best thing on WWE TV right now.
Yeah, I can't argue that at all.
Yeah.
Dom Mysterio and King Corbin in what is SmackDown's version of Team Taz, Sting and Darby.
It is, isn't it? Dominic got the win this week, and obviously Corbin won't have the Knights of the Round Table or whatever they were called.
The Knights of the Lone Wolf.
Sorry.
He might have the Knight of the Lone Wolf.
Do you think this? No, I'll say. Do you think Blake and Murphy can become a tag team again? Because Buddy hasn't appeared on the show, has he?
No. Murphy's been off for a long time. But right, Wesley Blake is good.
He is.
Going back in the tag team with Murphy isn't the one right
now. Okay.
Murphy's like levels above. Especially, it'd be such a step down from everything we've done with Murphy over the past year.
Very true. And then in what was sort of the flashback to SmackDown 2016 in terms of just incredible wrestling, Cesaro defeats Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. What can you say?
Just two of the best wrestlers wrestling.
Is this? Do you think Daniel Bryan retires after Mania? He's flattening himself out big time.
He's doing all these big matches. Oh, that'd be sad.
I think this is it, and I think he goes on his own terms by putting over all the guys he wants to.
And all of his mates. Yeah.
Which is good because he's going on his own terms.
Yeah. And the thing is, WWE should honour him just because in terms of, like, do you know when some wrestlers are leaving or retiring and they'll give him Moxley the biggest one?
Yeah.
I think you can't do that to Bryan. He's provided your best moment in over a decade, nearly two, you know what I mean? Nothing probably will ever beat Daniel Bryan winning the belt.
He'll lose on his last match.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan will not.
Against King Corbin. Come on.
I'd laugh if King Corbin just went around retiring guys.
It would be great, wouldn't it? I kind of like that be his gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does F4 during the things where someone's retiring, that's when he steps up. Bayley defeats Ruby Riott. Yeah. Billie Kay tried to do some stuff. She muddies the waters with the thing. Bayley gets the win. That's just a long feud. Bianca Belair's attempt to name a WrestleMania opponent ends with Reginald suffering. So Bianca comes out, and then Reginald comes out and just offers advice that she should pick Asuka, because in his opinion she could never beat Sasha Banks. Now I don't understand where this is going.
I don't understand why Carmella's still around, but I'm not complaining that she is.
No, I'm not, because she's great.
It just annoyed me at the end, because like the segment just ended, and like Bianca Belair could still pick up the mic and just go, "Oh yeah, I know who I'm gonna say."
Yeah, but it was Reginald's moment to shine. He's great, isn't he?
He's good.
Where's he from? Because I thought he was American. I didn't pick up on his accent. Aw. Why didn't they give him a French name?
Reginald.
Reginald's not French. That's posh English.
Think?
Yeah. Oh, Reginald.
Well, he's called Reginald Thomas, which I guess makes him even more English.
But that'd be cool, because they haven't got any French wrestlers, do they? Off the top of my head, in obviously the main roster.
Oh, they used to have Sylvester Lefort and Marcus Louis.
Yeah, and then I'm just trying to think, in NXT UK, is it Amal? Is she French?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's French. I might be wrong. Yeah, Amal or Amel. I'm not sure. She's
yeah. But Reginald,
I can't find any evidence that he is, but I'm sure he is.
Reginald's very good. Like, it's mental that we saying the name, so it's a stupid name, but he's been very good the past month, 2 months. Can't complain.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with a silly name if like you actually take it seriously. Oh, yeah. I don't think he's French. He's called Sidney Baker. I think his gimmick is that he's French.
Oh,
been worked.
You've been worked by the business, brother.
Worked by Reggie.
But next up was the Dirty Dogs. I love them. Genuinely, they are an amazing tag team.
Yeah, it's a good name, and I'd wear a Dirty Dog shirt.
Because I am a dirty. I can't wait. When they
Dirty Dog.
When they come over to WrestleMania, I'm screaming at. When they come over to the UK, I'm going to a live show. I'm going to scream, "I am a dirty dog," and Ziggler's going to point at me, and we're going to have our moment. Same with Rude. Rude can be there as well.
In the age of terrible tag team names, such as on I think it might have been last week's Raw Talk where they had Lana and Naomi on, and they were like, "Oh, have you got a tag team name?" And I went, "Stop! I can pause this. I already know that they're going to call themselves the Ravishing Glow." Lo and behold, what did they say? The
Ravishing Glow.
Like, if we're going by that logic, like I'd have expected them to call Dolphin Ziggs the Glorious Show-Offs,
which is actually a good name though.
But it isn't, because it's the base. It's so like there's no thought. It's just let's just combine your nicknames.
Yeah.
The Dirty Dogs.
The Dirty Dogs.
That's the name.
And they beat Otis and Chad Gable. Montez and Angelo were doing commentary, which I liked. I know you would hate. When I watched it, I was like, I know Simon's hating this.
They didn't have anything to add. Do you not think they were annoying? They were just been given no character direction, so just say the same thing over again. And if it ever goes quiet, Dawkins just go, "Yeah."
They're great. I love it.
Although it was better, or was it better than Hulk Hogan's promo?
That wasn't on the show.
Was it not? So I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I quite enjoyed it.
The title was "Watch Hulk Hogan's show" that did it promo that didn't make it on the show.
Yeah. When I defeated Andre the Giant 33 years ago, brother, it makes me think of Edge.
He just doesn't let it go, does he, Hulk?
Well, it's just the fact that he's so shoehorned.
Yeah.
And then, like, what you gonna do when Edge and Hogan Mania runs wild on?
No, Hogan. No, go to bed.
Doling out the catchphrases. Yeah, time to go. Back to bed, old man.
Back to bed. Go on, Hulk. Go on.
I'll come back for Legends Night in a few weeks.
Yeah. I've just got a message saying my stream's fucked. Why? What does that mean? All on you. By the way, Yusuf comes all on you here. Thank you, Yusuf.
Oh, what?
Don't know what he's on about. I'll ignore him.
Right. Well, yeah. So basically, we had Big E, Apollo, Sami Zayn, triple threat, IC title match. Big E gets the win, but this isn't the end of him and Apollo Crews.
No. Sorry. Don't know what's going on there. Nah. You know what? I kind of like this. It keeps Big E strong, but gives Apollo a push and makes Sami look like a prick.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they want to make Sami look like a prick. I think they want Sami wants sympathy.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Sami Zayn.
Well, that's the thing.
He's making me believe that like a conspiracy.
Well, that's what you want. That's what you want from a top heel. You want to sort of start to believe him in a way. Like, you know what? Is he right?
Yeah, he's so. Sami Zayn. This is peak Sami on main roster. No, this is peak everyone involved on main roster.
Yeah,
this is the best all three guys have been.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Find me a better time of Big E and Apollo on main roster.
No, I can't. Maybe Big E part of it, maybe a good New Day run, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's still New Day, but he's actually singles guy now, and he's singles guy winning matches with a title.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting to see where he does go from this.
I'd say main title, but I don't. If it was anyone other than Roman Reigns, I just don't know.
Do you think maybe next year? When do you think Roman drops it?
When do I think Roman? I'm not going to answer that because I don't know who Edge is facing.
True, very true for you.
I think Edge wins whoever Edge faces.
Really?
Because you can't tell me that they're not going to have that Edge 10 years or whatever after he first dropped the title. Win at WrestleMania at the first show in front of fans in the main event.
Very true indeed. We'll wait and see. But the main event of SmackDown, it was Edge who returns, and him and Roman start cutting a promo. Very nice. Edge is very good. Roman basically interrupted Edge in order to be on hand, and he demanded that Edge acknowledge him with respect. Edge couldn't get an answer. KO just comes out of nowhere, stunners him. Okay.
I didn't like it though when I didn't like this.
Ooh, why?
Well, I didn't like it first of all when Edge went, I'm living rent free in your head. You deserve a football to win.
I kind of like it.
And also, so at the end, like, Edge can still pick up the mic. He can still say who he's going to challenge. He's not been stunned. It's the same thing with Bianca Belair. And finally, Kevin Owens thing. He's been beaten 3 times.
Yeah, I can
leave it.
Give it a rest, KO. But I'm a Kevin Owens fanboy, so I'll defend him to the day I die. But yeah, I know what you mean.
I know you say that the delaying the decision and ultimate opportunist and Bianca Belair isn't ready. But then you just don't advertise the segment as him making the decision.
True, but I think we've had this a lot in the past years. It's nothing new, unfortunately.
I know, but I don't know. I liked it when Shinsuke literally just went, "Who do you want to face?" AJ Styles.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he wasn't as good as English as he is now.
I don't mind this. I don't mind the fact that they're delaying it. I just don't like the fact that they've advertised it as they announced it and they've not announced it.
Okay, yeah.
I'll advertise it. I like the fact they're dragging it out.
I think dragging it out is great. Just it adds into, but yeah, I understand. But that was SmackDown. Yeah. Good SmackDown.
It was alright.
Yeah, we did everything they had to do. But we'll move on to Raw now. Oh, and he's back. He's the sweaty man. He's the best. He's the greatest wrestler in the world. It's Shane McMahon.
Right.
And he came out to announce. Go on.
What?
Yeah, Shane.
Why did Shane McMahon have to come down to be having to twist his job forward?
Because it's Shane, and we love Shane. And we're not going to complain if Shane appears on the show. So it's Shane McMahon.
Do you reckon it? Well, it's not a ratings bump because it won't advertise.
And also it's Shane.
It's literally just it's the McMahon family's ego complex being like, oh yeah, you're not announcing matches even though it's your job. Here I am, Shane McMahon, announcing the chain, but look at how great I am. Even though None of the guys have to qualify, and Jeff Hardy gets beat every other week.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Also, why is The Miz challenging for the title when he's literally got an opportunity at any moment?
Because it's a former champions. It's a former champions elimination chamber.
I hate as well that they're like, oh yeah, you former champions, you're all in it. It's like, well, if you only ever pick former champions to challenge for the belt, then you're never going to have any new champions.
I loved it. So the competitors are Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, The Miz, and Sheamus, and obviously Drew McIntyre will be defending his belt in there. Interesting to see where this goes. I think it leads to a good Drew victory, but interesting to see who comes out strong from this. Very interesting.
It'd be good if they just didn't first of all put them all in randomly, and Jeff Hardy and The Miz for me. No.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me Keith Lee shouldn't be in there. It's because he's not a champion.
Nah, but it's Jeff Hardy, like, come on. Yeah. Well, go on, Jeff, do the dance. Do the dance, Jeff.
Is this you speaking from the voice of Shane McMahon?
Yes. No, yeah. I don't mind it. I'm not opposed to it.
Do you not just want a bit of stakes and a bit of reason though, rather than just here are people, here you go?
Well, that's their reasoning. They're former champions. They gave a reason. It's an awful reason, but they gave a reason.
So, as soon as I thought, right, Jeff Hardy never wins. Turns out he's in a match with AJ. Well, lo and behold, he gets beat. Oh yeah, that's a top way to build him up. Yeah, well done.
I loved it. I just love. Jeff comes out trying to be this valid babyface. No losers. Good luck in the match, Jeff. Good luck.
I started on the wrong toe.
Yeah, you did. It's alright because you got New Day defeating Retribution, T-Bar, and Slapjack.
So this was good.
Just.
What can you say?
Just give us Reckoning versus Xavier Woods.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, don't go on Raw Talk and yell, give me Reckoning. They both agree to it on social media, and then just not book it.
Well, she's got COVID, didn't she?
Oh, okay.
Which I'm very surprised that Keith was on the show, because I think they live together.
Yeah.
Sorry, Reckoning's a completely different entity, my bad.
It was saved by the fact that afterwards Woods was still like, give me Reckoning.
Yeah.
Ali on commentary, I just feel bad for Slapjack and T-Bar.
That's the thing. I just feel sorry because they are genuinely trying their best, aren't they? All five of them.
Do you not think though this was one that Retribution really had to win? Because now they're just like they've come at the New Day. We've waited all this time to get Kofi back. This is their chance to make a name. They've been beat fair and square.
You know what? I think this could have worked, like you said, if they beat them, and Woods is going, you don't give me Reckoning, we can even it up. And Ali's just so cocky, like, you don't deserve it. You can't ever beat us. And then they get a win, and then it leads to Woods versus Reckoning.
No, it was literally just, and Retribution are crap, and they got beat, and Ali's on commentary calling Slapjack an idiot.
Yeah.
Right. Cheers.
Poor Ali, tries his best on it. For God's sake, I forgot this was a segment. Lacey Evans defeats Charlotte Flair by disqualification.
Horny Rick.
Rick is just a dirty fiend, is it? He loves it. He said he explained he had a casual relationship with Sassy Southern Belle with the goal of helping her defeat Asuka.
The thing is, Lacey Evans has got her character down to such a fine art.
Yeah.
It's so specific, and you know exactly what it is and what her character motivation is and what it would do. And it's an awful storyline. It's something a character would do.
Yeah.
But it's just when Charlotte Flair shows up, I'm like...
She called her Charlotte Flair 2.0. So, I'm guessing what she was insinuating was that she fucks her dad.
Wow. Are you telling me that's where they're going with this?
You can't do. But you can't call her Charlotte 2.0 by Lacey shagging Rick.
How does this end up at the chamber then? Evans and Asuka.
Who cares? Asuka beats her. No, I know what it is. No. I know what it is, isn't it? It's Lacey beating Asuka because of Charlotte distraction. And then at WrestleMania, Charlotte versus Thinger.
Charlotte versus Lacey for the title. Oh,
yeah, and then on the Smackdown side, just do it. Asuka versus Bianca versus Sasha versus Bayley.
I'm going with a DQ finish, and we have a rematch at Fastlane.
Oh my god, I've got Fastlane coming up
You
as well.
can't forget about Fastlane.
You can't, because we're on the Fastlane. We're in the Fastlane to WrestleMania, aren't we?
I'm right. Oh, I've just seen what's next.
Edge said he couldn't make his WrestleMania decision till after Elimination Chamber. So Edge comes out.
That's
he goes
not my...
Is it? This is what he's got.
That's not my issue.
Go on.
It's Angel Garza being with Miz and Morrison.
Yeah, very strange. But
no motivation, no explanation. Just you are bad guys.
Okay.
Like you.
But if this leads to, I like it because maybe it's just giving Angel a bit of experience with two veterans of WWE. That is, obviously Angel's a great wrestler, but maybe it's just to get him on TV. People are like, oh look, he's that guy that's with was with Miz and Morrison.
Yeah. And that's all right. But give me a reason as to why.
Yeah, true. I think they need to.
I don't mind the thing of Garza scrapping with Bad Bunny to be like the biggest Latin American star in the world.
Yeah.
That's quite funny.
In fairness,
but don't just be like, here they are.
Yeah. I mean, we'll come move to match. It was Priest versus Garza with Bad Bunny on the outside. It's very clear Bad Bunny is a wrestling fan, isn't it?
Yeah, he loves it. I don't mind.
I saw someone tweet saying it's very clear that Bad Bunny likes this because he's genuinely taking it seriously.
Yeah, he doesn't take away from any segment that he's involved in.
It's like, look, Bad Bunny's on the outside. You can tell by him that he's loving it. He's a wrestling fan, but he's acting. Yeah, I like that Bad Bunny's in this. You know,
I've just remembered that. Speaking of celebrities in wrestling, I've just remembered Shaq hitting the Judas effect on the plexiglass.
Also, I think is it this week where it's Shaq and Jade Cargill versus Red Velvet?
No,
I'm getting the.
That's a while down the line.
Is it? I know they announced something about it.
No, I think it's like the week. It's the week before Revolution.
Is it Jade Cargill? Shaq.
That's her name.
Jade Cargill. Just Google it. What's the people just ask? What's the connection?
Shaq Daddy.
March the 3rd. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Damian Priest wins, hits Reckoning. Look, yeah. Angel Garza on TV, good. Angel Garza with Miz and Morrison, bad. Damian Priest getting wins, good. Damian Priest being paired with the biggest Latin American musician in the world, very good.
Yeah, really liked it.
Bueno.
Yes. Keith Lee defeated Riddle. Now, normally, I would go, that's bad, but we're getting a good match at Chamber. Riddle versus Keith Lee versus Lashley.
I don't even mind it. Riddle on main roster is such a pillar.
He is, isn't he? He isn't.
I've lost my interest for him. At the end of the day, Keith Lee wins. Yeah, we get a good match. Elimination Chamber. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't mind.
It's alright, because Nia's hurt her ass.
She actually hurt herself, didn't she?
Genuinely?
I'm sure her tummy she'd been taken backstage for treatment.
Oh.
And if you watch, it looked like it was a rough bump on her tailbone.
Oh, 100%. But, you know, most wrestlers, when they get injured, they normally stay quiet. Oh, no, not Nia Jax.
I think this were different, though.
She got up screaming, my hole. Ow, my hole.
I know this. It's a different like part of the ring, but I think the bump's quite similar. So I've been on the top rope before on turnbuckle, and you know when someone buckles you, and then you've got to take that bump sitting down on the turnbuckle.
Yeah,
that is one of the most. It might be the most painful time I've ever had in a wrestling ring, and it's
really?
a simple bump. And I don't know what went wrong, but I think she had the same thing, and it just kills
rings. But
and I feel really bad for it.
But you know, there's like thing. You don't scream "ow my hole."
You don't scream "ow my hole" or "my butt" on live national television.
You know what? You could sell it, or you could probably go my butt, not my hole. You've seen that to bleep on the YouTube.
Yeah, I have. Lana looked genuinely horrified. Like, what's happened? Oh my!
She screamed like, "Oh, for God's sake!"
Have you seen that video of Charlie Caruso on Raw Talk?
When she goes, I like DP.
I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, I did, because my fiendish head. Raw was great. It was great for the worst reason. Rick shagging Lacey, Nia's hurt a hole, and Charlie likes DP.
Only Bruce Pritchard.
Lana gets the win though. She puts Nia through a table, which I like. Retribution.
Yeah. Lana, that's the end of it.
And then Naomi beats Shayna Baszler with a roll up because Lana distraction.
Oh yeah. So also, why would you just announce a table match casually in the bottom corner in like a shrink screen? It's a tables match. It should be a big deal. Come on. Try and promote your own stuff.
Because Nia's hurt a hole. Oh, someone's ringing. Stop ringing. Sorry.
I will happily take Drew versus All.
I've lost it. Come on.
Another Raw, another non-finish in the main event.
Oh, God. Oh, it was awful, wasn't it? Again. You know what? I like the finish. So take away the DQ bit. Randy saves Drew.
He does.
He does. Now, what does that mean? That's the thing. It's sort of thing of, oh, it is an awful finish. But what does it mean?
I don't know what it means. I mean, there was no Fiend on this show. I mean, it adds an interesting dynamic to it, but no one gets over. No one wins. No one gets anything.
No.
It just...
I'd like it if Randy comes out next week and goes, I saved you, Drew. And Drew's like, no, you didn't. I don't need to do the offensive accent. He goes like, no, you didn't. He goes, I did. Roll the footage thing. And then that's not in Drew's head, but Drew's going like, what is Randy meaning now? Like, what's he all about?
I'm just looking through Raw. So we had Styles versus Hardy. All right, fair enough, clean finish. But Jeff Hardy's established. New Day versus Retribution. Clean finish, but we'd have liked but it's Retribution in it. Nerds.
Yeah, no one cares.
Charlotte versus Lacey. DQ finish. Right, okay. No, that's one down. Damien Priest beat Garza. Cool. Damien Priest needs proper wins. That's fine. Keith Lee versus Riddle. Dodgy finish because Lashley attacked like Keith Lee from behind during the match and stuff.
Yeah.
I was doing it. That was a clean finish.
It was a clean finish, and then Lashley attacked afterwards.
Yeah, so there was stuff afterwards. Lana, Nia Jax, yeah, whatever, my hole. Shayna Baszler got like a half-assed roll-up.
Yeah, that roll-up was awful as well.
We had the DQ finish here. It's like, no one ever wins. They just don't like having anyone win clean because they don't want to hurt anyone.
Lana beat Nia Jax by hold.
Ultimately, no one gets over.
It's awful, isn't it?
It just hurts everyone.
Including that. No, yeah, I know what you mean. Luckily, they've got 3 weeks, I think, till Elimination Chamber. But, like you said...
3 weeks?
End of month, isn't it, normally?
In 13 days.
Is it?
I've got one more Raw.
Wait, what? When is it on the 21st?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
I've only got one more Raw. Let's go home next week.
Oh, my God. Wow. Well, didn't expect that. I thought it was a lot closer.
No, got to fit in fast.
But that was Raw. I think Raw has got some clear booking issues, but it gave me a laugh, which it shouldn't do. But there was stuff that gave me a laugh on the show.
You enjoyed Raw for the wrong reasons.
100%.
I mean, look, you can enjoy Raw for any reason you want, but that is not the reason you should be. Do you know what I mean? That should be your main take from Raw. Is Nia Jax saying, "Oh my hole."
Yeah, 100%. But what we will do, the main event question this week, because, well, turns out now we have double pay-per-view, not pay-per-view weeks, but technically. The main event question is just takeover predictions. Very simple. So first of all, Io Shirai versus Toni Storm versus Mercedes Martinez.
Oh, I'm gonna let me fire up me.
Because Io's been the champion for a while.
Not Mercedes Martinez is the answer. I think I'm still going to go with. It doesn't feel right for Toni Storm.
Not yet. Yeah, Tony feels too soon. I think Mercedes needs just a little bit more build after the whole retribution thing.
I'm amazed she's in the match to begin with.
Yeah, but I'm liking it. I think Io pick up the win. Maybe get a Tony Mercedes feud. The winner faces Io. Maybe dethrones Io, possibly.
Not sure.
Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus either Ember Moon and Shotzi or the Way. So first of all, who wins between Ember and Shotzi and the Way?
Ember and Shotzi.
Ooh, okay. And then who do you think wins the final?
Dakota and Raquel.
Yeah, I think.
I'm backing the team. I mean, they've been a team for over a year, whereas Ember Moon and Shotzi have literally just come together for the top.
But in fairness, yeah, 100%. I think Ember and Shotzi beat with the Way, have the babyface heel final. Dakota and Raquel pick up the victory. Then the another just classic. So it's either MSK or Legado del Fantasma versus either Tommaso Ciampa and Thatcher or the GYV. First of all, what's the final?
MSK, and I, as much as I wanted to be GYV, and I thought it was. Oh, I'm gonna go with Ciampa and Thatcher.
I'm gonna go the same, but I'm gonna go GYV. Just MSK faces, GYV are heels, more heels than Ciampa and Thatcher.
So Tommaso, Ciampa and Thatcher.
But they're more heel. I think like they're probably the most established heels on the brand. Like,
yeah,
you can very clearly tell with Ciampa and Thatcher. There's a little bit of babyface in them. Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne.
It's Finn.
I'm going Pete. I think they pull the trigger.
Really?
Genuinely, I think they pull the trigger. I don't know. I've just got there's a thing in the back of my head that's telling me it's Pete. I don't know what it is. Do you know when you just get that thing?
Didn't you say this about Kyle O'Reilly though?
Yes. Maybe my head just wants the Finn to be dethroned, but in the back of my head I'm just going Pete. Yeah, I feel like we haven't had one in a while.
When did Finn win it?
Last year. I think the last NXT Championship was Johnny Gargano.
Did he win it in front of fans?
Yes. No. Hold up. I'll find out.
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Finn Balor, NXT champion. Win? It was.
Oh, so we won it. He won it on September 8th at Super.
Oh,
NXT
wow.
So he's only had it for 5 months.
Okay, so it's not been long.
No.
I thought it was so much longer. I really did. Never mind, maybe not then. Maybe it is Finn. And then the North American match, Gargano Kushida. Ooh, again another tough one. I'm gonna go Kushida.
Kushida.
I know I want a title change, and this could be it. I feel like Gargano. I don't want him to lose it, because I'm really enjoying the Way stuff.
I feel it's got to be time for Kushida. He's been there too long now and done too little. And let's face it, they're not scared of just randomly taking it off like Johnny Gargano randomly. Like they had him, didn't they lose it to Priest, and then he lost it to Leon Ruff.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's just numbers, isn't it?
Yeah.
WWE don't care about the length of the title reign. They just care about the fact that it happened in the first place.
Exactly. We'll go Kushida.
Yeah, Kushida's been there now for 22 months, so he's got nothing to show for it.
Mm-hmm.
Just short of 2 years. Wow.
Yeah. Well, that was the wrestling corner. Our podcast always goes, and predictions done, and that was the end. We'll do some shameless promotion before we end it and round it out. YouTube.com, you're already on it, the Sports Corner, YT, don't forget to like, subscribe, notifications, share it with your friends and family. Twitter, @the_top corner. If we're ever going to go live, it's on there. If we're ever announcing anything, it's on there. If we're ever retweeting any football news, it's on there. So give us a follow on there, try to retweet all the posts. The big one that's happened, we launched it 2 weeks ago, and it's the big one I want you all to go see. The sports-corner.com. You can see it on your screen there. Go on there, check it out, refresh them articles, give them a read. Some really good articles by really good sleepy journalists. So give that a tune. And then the _sports_corner Instagram. So tune on that and give that a follow. But Simon, thank you very much for joining me. It was a strange week in wrestling. We had some good, we had some bad. We had Nia Jax's Hole.
I can't have it better myself.
Exactly. Join us next week where we will be talking about NXT TakeOver and previewing Elimination Chambre, because God, it's a very big, hefty pay-per-view week. But it doesn't feel as much as usually is. But there's a nice bit of wrestling coming up. Yeah, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Booshed them.